Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Hamid.
Last week there was been a fire. When I was sleeping between 12:45 and 1 a.m., I've heard some ambulance sirens. I got scared. I woke up. I went to the window when I saw a fire and people screaming help, help, help. I went downstairs to look. There was at least 200 firefighters, 40 fire trucks and 20 ambulances. It's been said that 79 people have died in the fire and at least 60 have been remained in hospital. The limit of the fire was the limit of the hose that can jump up was only 12. But how tall the real building was? It was 24-story building. 600 people were living in there, including Mehdi. Mehdi was one of our school members. He was one of my favorite best friends. But unfortunately, he died in the fire. The whole of his family have died. More have just died already. They identified them and they split them up to different hospitals, like St. Charles, St. Mary's. They split them up to different hospitals. So that's where they can identify which one have died, and which one have been injured. But now the limit is that 79 people have died and 60 is injured. So that means more of people have died in the fire and less has been injured. It's been sad that one of our best friends have died. He was our number one friend, and his whole family have died. But more is still missing, like Jessica and.
Hi, so last week a fire had been happening between 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. last week at Tuesday night. It's been said that less than 100 people have died and 74 have been remained in hospital. I think 600 people have been living in this building before the fire happened, and it was a chaotic fire last week, and 24-story building. The fire started at 4th floor and came up all the way to 24th floor. The last time there was a very big disaster in that building with 24-story building who was in fire last week. I see one of my friends, Mehdi, the missing one, Mehdi's older brother Yassine and Jessica. No, Mehdi's not in my class, he's in the next class. As it's been going on about the fire, people have died or been missing in the fire last time, and it's a big thing for them, like that little girl there, the missing one, and there's lots more, each one, and yeah, there's a lot more about it, and all the missing people. Like, I'm right here in the community centre, and the fire's down there, and people like gathering around all over this place to in the community so they can. Sorry to say, this building right here, the tall building as you can see, has risk by no sprinklers inside their building. Maybe it'll get risky, maybe there'll be a fire or something like that, shoes or something. And so as you can see, that the building has been burned by the fire, and this is how it looks like the aftertake of the fire that's been happening in the a really nice building before it's been destroyed. The building is so nice. And so as you heard about the big fire that have happened in Grenfell Tower right there, as you can see, it's a big incident, and this is where my house is up there. So we're like close. Grenfell Tower was a very big accident. Every time I'm sleeping I feel like, oh wow, what happened? Why is this incident so big? And then after, outside I think, oh no, I have to think about all my friends, all the people who died in the fire, like Jessica Bruno, lots of people, William something, and Mehdi, lots of people who've been died in the fire, all got injured in hospital. If people don't know what missing means, then missing is when they get split into different hospitals and they have to find all of them and check which one is injured or dead. So the terrible incident that happened inside Grenfell Tower was a big one, and people, when they're dreaming or something like that, they think about all the people who've died in the fire, and they go out to the community centre and they make candles and all the flowers and posters. Look outside. Mehdi was always playing in the park. That's when I met Mehdi and his older sister and his sister's older friend, and Yassine playing with his friend and me, and Mehdi was playing, and we climbed up the climbing frame, and then he started singing hadhwanaag. I loved it, and he had some binoculars. I remember when we played inside this park, and it's a really nice park, and you play with each other like seesaws and lots of stuff, as you can see in here. This is how this park looks like, the slides up as you can see there, and there's some seesaws here. These are some seesaws. Mehdi plays in this. This is one of Mehdi's favourite parts. He loves this part. This is the part when he saw, he loved it. He pushed this up, and then just one. That's his favourite part of when he went to the park with me. That was one of his favourite parts. But his least favourite part was climbing frame, because it doesn't really do anything. As you can see, the fire is right. My house is right here, under the trees. As you can see, the flat is my house, as you can see here, and we started playing here, like this swing, as you can see here. As you can see here, this is the swing that we always used to play with. Mehdi was one of my favourite friends, and he loves playing this. So the accident that happened in Grenfell Tower is it's the accident of the world, and Mehdi was my number one on my heart when me and him just met in reception. He was one of my favourite on my heart, and I loved him, and he was my best friend. Every time we played with each other, like in this park right here, and as you can see, I'm on the swing, but we always played with each other. Me and him, we met each other in the other park near the KA Play Centre, but now the road is closed, so we can't. Maybe, and now now Mehdi's all the way up in heaven, and he's gonna have a nice time. He's gonna watch us in school. He's gonna watch us. He's not coming back, but he's gonna watch us. We play with each other every time. He's my number one on my heart. I love him. He's my favorite. We play with each other a lot. He has nice binoculars, and he's just now, his home's lost. And as my older sister said, she's showing my mum a picture. They're gonna, the people who has no home, they're gonna go to a beautiful luxury hotel, and then after, when the block is finished and fixed, they come back, because they're gonna stay in the hotel for, I think, 3 or 4 years, because that's how many it takes to make that building up there finished. And he's my number one on my heart. He's in heaven. He's gonna protect us, and he's gonna watch us every time and meet and see how, and he will love us, and he will do anything for us, and he's just one of my favorites. But now his whole family have died. Yasin, lots of people. One of the older sisters, she's one of my friends too. And Mehdi, he always protects me, and he always solve problems. Like if I'm arguing with someone, he says stop, and then we hug each other, and then we leave, and then after we play with each other, and then after when we leave school, we just firstly bring a hug, and then we come back, and then we go back to our homes, and we think of him. I know he's gonna have a lovely, nice time in heaven. He's gonna watch us. He's gonna love us, and he's gonna be one of our best of kinds of loveness. I'm praying and reading Quran to pray for all people who've died in the fire, and had some tragic moments in the Grenfell Tower. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Siratal mustaqim. Siratal an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. This documentary will help you more about the fire and how many people have died. Don't worry if one of your friends or neighbors have died. It will all be good. They'll go up to heaven, and they'll watch you every time you see them.